Good evening, everyone. The scene behind me is one that nightmares are made of, and that is extremely heartbreaking. Our communications center starts receiving several 911 emergency calls here in the Summerfield subdivision in the Riverview area. One of the first ones we received was from a neighbor who said that there was a male who fled his house and he'd been shot several times. At the same time, we received a 911 call that there was a young black male who was running through the subdivision waving a firearm, and at one point even putting the firearm up to his head.
In Riverview, Florida, located about 6 miles from the Tampa Bay waterway, a family would be hanging out at home on a Saturday afternoon. In the home was a mother, her new boyfriend, and her 2 teenage sons. Everything seemed to be normal for that day for the family, until it wasn't. There would be conflicting reports about what happened that late summer day in that home, but what is known is that 2 people in the home would end up shot that day, and one of them would tragically lose their life. 39-year-old Tiffany Harris was originally from Tallahassee, Florida, but was living in Riverview, Florida with her children. She was described by family as a great mother, daughter, sister, and aunt. She was said to have a fun, vibrant personality and was loyal, honorable, and was big on respect. Tiffany brought into this world 3 children, 2 sons and 1 daughter, who was expecting a son, which would have been Tiffany's first grandchild. Tiffany was said to be a great mother who loved her children dearly and would do anything for them. The love for her children would be put to the test after an alleged altercation in her home on September 16, 2023. According to news outlets, Tiffany's boyfriend, Cortevious Crews, said that on that particular day, he and Tiffany's 14-year-old, Adeem, were just sitting on the couch watching TV when disaster would strike.
A day constantly replaying in his head.
Me and him sat in the living room watching TV. He just started staring into space and looking at me, but it's like he wasn't looking at me, but he was looking at me.
Crews says the teen disappeared into another room.
And he just came back, started shooting me. His mom came out screaming, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And she grabs him with the gun. That gave me time to get out the house.
Crews collapsed in the driveway.
After Cortevious hit the ground, it was said Tiffany was still tussling with Adeem in the driveway to get the gun. It would be at this point Adeem was said to have shot his mother. This is when 911 calls started rolling in. One neighbor said a male had been shot multiple times, and another caller said a boy was running through the streets waving a firearm. When authorities arrived, they made contact with Adeem, who allegedly put the gun to his temple. Law enforcement then attempted to de-escalate the situation by coaxing him into surrender based on the official videos that was released by the police.
I don't want to hurt you, bro. I do not want to shoot you. Put it down. You don't want to end it this way. You don't want to end it this way, brother. I promise you. Whatever happened today, it can be fixed. Don't pull the trigger. Put it down.
During the 16-minute standoff, Adeem allegedly put the firearm to his head a total of 6 times, indicating thoughts of S-side, according to law enforcement, but officials were able to talk him out of it.
All the way up in the air. Keep walking toward me. Keep walking toward me. Adeem, come on, buddy. Don't retreat. Come back this way. Come toward me, man. Come toward me. My gun is only out because I don't know what you're going to do. When you get to over here, I'm going to have you, listen to me, I'm going to have you lay down on the ground, and my gun is going in my holster. I promise you. I got you. I got you, dog. I'm telling you, I got you. Listen to how this will go. If you'll walk out to me with your hands up in the air. When you get to about right here, I'm going to have you lay down on the ground. My gun is going in the holster. Bet that. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Keep coming toward me. Keep coming toward me. The pavement's going to be hot. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you lay down in the grass. 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 Watch. Lay all the way down. My gun is going in its holster. Somebody's got cover. How old are you, bro? 14? Who did you shoot?
Cancel aviation. Aviation on channel 1066.
Who'd you shoot?
As before, we got bait 1066.
Look at me in my eyeballs. I don't have a clue what just happened in there.
Hey, so far,
we're going to find out, right? You made whatever choices you made. That's the best choice you made all day long. Thank you.
At one point, they used a less lethal tool to overpower him as he was reaching towards the gun before placing him under arrest. Also, in the body cam footage that was released by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, Adeem is heard crying in distress at a distance from the officers who reportedly negotiated with him to move away from the weapon. The use of the less lethal tool was not visible in the released footage, as well as some of the more intense interactions with the gun. At the same time of the negotiations, police were also responding to a nearby apartment where a man had been shot 5 times, including in his face and torso, authorities would report. Once authorities arrived at the scene, they found Cortevious, who had escaped while wounded. Cortevious had allegedly told authorities he was trying to beg Adeem not to shoot him and had put his hands in the air. He had been shot in both hands, and the bullets traveled through them, with one of those bullets striking him in the face. Cortevious, who was also a Tampa rapper by the name of AQL, would take to social media to show his people he made it. And in 2024, he would address how he felt about being shot. I'm blessed by the Most High. 5 shots, 1 to the head, once in both hands, once in my arm and thigh. The news lied on me. My own family and friends switched up, left me for gone. I can count on one hand how many people came to check on me and help me with something. At my lowest point, I couldn't walk, wipe my behind, or bathe myself. I wish that I had just passed away at that time. This stuff was hard and rough, but I had to remember I was left alive for a reason. I lost a close friend and a woman that day that was good to me. She didn't make it, and this ain't for nobody to feel bad for me or none of that. I just want y'all to understand I ain't going for no BS with nobody after almost being unalived in September. Feel how you wanna. This is mine. I'm staying single and out the way and pushing my music. However, on the day he was shot, tragically, Tiffany did lose her life. During the arrest of Adeem, other authorities would find Tiffany a few houses down, fatally shot in the garage. Adeem's older brother allegedly told police he saw his 14-year-old brother shoot their mother, according to the authorities. However, this is where the brother and Cortevious stories differ. The brother also told authorities he had heard his mother and Cortevious fighting. Then he heard several gunshots.
We are learning more about the mother who was killed by her 14-year-old son in Riverview. Tiffany Harris's boyfriend says she loved her kids and ultimately saved his life that frightening night earlier this month. He was shot 5 times but survived and is now sharing his story.
Oh man, I'm sorry that you had to go through this. I'm sorry that Adeem is going through what he's going through.
Tonight, that's Cortevious Crews' message to Tiffany Harris, a Riverview mom gone too soon. Deputies tell us her son, 14-year-old Adeem Berry, shot and killed her. He's also accused of shooting Crews at least 5 times.
It was a dagger because she was so good to me, and it hurted me even more because I felt like she probably got hit because she was trying to save me.
He showed us where he was shot, leaving behind physical scars on his hands, jaw, shoulder, and leg.
Adeem's sister and other family members have different feelings about the whole situation, and according to their social media, they want Adeem out of jail. The family would even host a fundraiser called Fighting for Adeem Berry. However, per Cortevious, there was no fight, and they were just sitting on the couch watching TV, and Adeem basically just flipped out of nowhere. But Tiffany's 18-year-old son said they were fighting before the shots. So my question is, what is the truth? Then Tiffany tussled with Adeem. Did the gun accidentally go off during that tussle? Was Adeem trying to protect his mother? Or was this just a cold-blooded attempt at unaliving Cortevious and unaliving his mother for no logical reason?
Berry's older brother was in the house at the time and told Hillsborough County deputies an argument broke out between Crews and Harris. Crews refutes those claims.
Like me and that family, me and all her kids, we all got along.
Tonight, calling Harris a hero.
It really hurt me that she died in that situation.
Just again, so many questions. According to the police, they have never been to the home before for any domestic situation. The whole thing is sad, and the officers who helped Adeem did a great job keeping him from taking his own life. Adeem is facing unaliving charges and attempted unaliving charges. The family for Tiffany has a GoFundMe for when she passed away to help out her kids, and I know the family was looking for funds to help Adeem's case. There was no info of Adeem being a troubled kid, so it is very heartbreaking. However, at the same time, trying to take someone's life is not the answer either. Mental health is real, and this tragedy seems to have a lot behind it. If you want to help Adeem's case or Tiffany's family, I will link that GoFundMe, though it's a few months old, that was created when Tiffany first passed away. Gun violence is never okay and is not the answer, but in the U.S., it's becoming more and more of a common way to resolve issues. Also, DV is not okay, either mentally, physically, or emotionally. My thoughts and prayers go out to all involved in this tragic situation. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts on this. Also, don't forget to comment your prayers for all the families in their difficult time and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.